Here's the real reason there's a shortage of truck drivers in the United States and how it is deceptively being used as a scapegoat for what is really driving up the cost of goods.
Are taking blame for inflation? No.
Also, we'll get it now. The World Economic Forum is taking advantage of it to push the agenda of self-driving trucks. Let's take a look. Do you keep hearing there's a truck driver shortage? Is there really a truck driver shortage? Part of this is due to companies having a high turnover rate and it being an unattractive job when you're expected to work roughly 60 to 70 hours a week, but the shortage isn't really much different compared to a lot of other blue-collar jobs. Did you know that MIT did a study that if every truck in the United States added only 16 minutes of driving to their day, that it would solve the supposed trucker shortage? It seems that since electronic logging device mandate has been passed, that the trucker shortage has been higher than ever. In 2014, the shortage was estimated to be only at about 38,000 truckers. Then come 2016 to 2019, during and after the phase of mandates requiring all truckers and companies to have an electronic logging device, that shortage suddenly almost doubled in 2019 to 70,000 truckers. Now that number is looking to be 80,000 at the time of this recording in 2023. The real reason there is now such a huge trucker shortage isn't solely because there aren't enough truck drivers, but it's because of a new slew of government regulation that has limited the productivity of the trucks that were already operating. This is all besides the fact that a lot of truckers and companies were forced to get rid of their own equipment in a handful of states that required them to have a 2011 motor or newer to do business, which forced a lot of truckers and smaller trucking companies to retire, go bankrupt, or buy brand new equipment to even continue operating.
Screw you! I quit!
I quit!
Let me know what you think down in the comments. Is the trucker shortage as bad as they say it is, or has it been exacerbated by overreaching regulation? Here's why ELDs and anti-independent contractor laws have crippled the trucking industry. Truckers need the freedom and ability to get where they need to be. They are no longer allowed to use their own common sense of when and where they can start and stop their day. This overbearing legislation has thwarted productivity by such a high degree, it has essentially crippled the trucking industry. The real reason there is a need for more truckers or a shortage of truck drivers is because of the increased government regulation, like the mandate of electronic logging devices and the passing of laws that have become a ball and chain to the truckers that we already have. Another reason is another law that limited the use and freedom of independent contractors. In California, it was called AB5 or AB 2257. Which made the job even more unattractive to people who got the job done. These are people who hustled and liked the freedom they had as independent contractors, or the freedom of being able to use their own common sense of where they could start and stop their truck, regardless of what a computer told them. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Would rolling back regulations that affect our hardworking truck drivers increase productivity? If MIT says a mere 16 minutes more of driving per truck per day could solve it, I definitely think it would help. Check out this clip the World Economic Forum put out promoting self-driving trucks. This is what they want the future of trucking to look like.
Just this fall, we were actually the first to get a permit to drive on public road in the US without the safety driver in the vehicle. And so, of course, that was a huge milestone for us, but I think also for the industry to say that this is considered to be safe enough to go on public roads. What we believe is when you start to introduce autonomous is that you will still want to have a human in the loop. So we will still have remote operators or remote monitors, even though you're not directly driving the vehicle, but just to make sure that everything is happening as it should be. And what this gives an opportunity for is for drivers to work in another type of setup. So it could be closer to home, it could be like more like normal office hours, and it just becomes a completely new type of work. And there's so many benefits to this new type of position, and that's also what we've been seeing when we've been doing surveys, that a lot more people find this job more attractive. So we're very excited about that and starting to roll out that in a bigger scale as well.
This comes from the same group that promoted the "you'll own nothing and you'll be happy" mantra, where they envision a future where everything will be rented and not owned. Does this further explain the war against independent contractors and owner-operators? They don't want hard-working, independent people to own their own trucks or anything for that matter. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Is this the future of trucking? Will the future truckers be behind a computer screen like a drone operator monitoring multiple trucks? Call me a conspiracy theorist, but if I were pushing a green takeover agenda where I wanted you to own nothing and be happy like the folks over at the World Economic Forum, I would promote and sponsor legislation or regulation that would cripple an industry like trucking, that would limit the industry's capacity to deliver on their true purpose. Something like ELDs, electronic logging devices, and I would also promote bills that limit the use of independent contractors, like that bill AB 5 or AB 2257 in California. Then once that regulation tied the hands of smaller companies that utilize independent contractors who helped get the job done, I would then point out that it was a driver shortage that is causing all these supply chain issues. This driver shortage could then set the stage of there being a need for self-driving trucks because there just aren't enough truck drivers. Check out this video that says trucking will eventually become an office job, making it enticing to younger people. The video is called "This is what the future of truck drivers looked like." This was put out by a company called Einride out of Sweden that's currently testing here in the United States. Take a look.
Man kunde ju känna av att han inte var hemma varje dag. Ja, att han inte var där på middagar. När han väl kom hem så var det några få dagar hemma innan han åkte iväg igen.
Ja, man saknade familjen när man låg och körde långt. Man missade många dagar, många kvällar med barnen. Det gjorde man.
Egentligen när det var barnen små så det behövdes vara lite mer hemma, men tyvärr. Det var inte den lättaste faktiskt.
Han var där delar av studenten bara. Han var upptagen på jobb. Jag tänker många gånger på hur tråkigt det måste ha varit för honom att missa alla de här stunderna.
När man körde långa sträckor och sover i bilar och kroppen tog ju stryk. Och man var ju väldigt lite hemma. Plötsligt en dag så kände jag att det är dags att göra något, va? Det var ju faktiskt min fru som hittade ett lastbilsjobb som var dagtid. Man jobbar i stort sett dagen och så kommer hem på kvällen.
Det känns skönt, ska jag säga, att han kommer tidigare. Vi brukar gå till banan, ut och promenera. Det känns fantastiskt. Jag vet att han är hemma.
Ja, nu har man lite mer tid. Om man får säga så, jag älskar ju det här. Jag trivs ju att sitta bakom ratten. Det känns typ som det som man har missat med barn. Man tar igen med barnbarnen. Det är det bästa som finns.
Han är världens bästa morfar.
Now, did that video sway you into thinking this is better for the future? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Will this idea of self-driving trucks take over if people can monitor multiple self-driving trucks, kind of like a security company or a drone operator? Let me know what you think down in the comments section. For more content like this, make sure to click here and hit subscribe for more. Thank you very much.